So, what did you think? Let's rank this film on the Cageometer.
All right, that leads us over to the most important question that we ask on this show. Vince, arbitrarily forever, where does It Could Happen to You from 1994 rate on your Cageometer?
I had a tough time figuring out where I wanted to put this one because it's not a bad movie. It's a movie like we talked about earlier. It's a movie stuck in time, right? Like I feel like the early to mid 90s rom-coms were all the same. Like they followed these same beats. So they're super predictable. And to the extent most romantic comedies are the same way, right? You know, the beats are going to hit. It's just boring. It just was flat. It felt flat to me. I feel like giving it a 5 would be too harsh. So I don't know, out of the kindness of my heart, to channel my inner Charlie Lang, I'll give it a 6. It's like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's just a boring movie. Just really flat, predictable. Didn't really feel like there was any character growth ever anywhere from anybody. Dialogue wasn't the best, which I'll roll into my Cage. So I got to give Cage a 5 on this one. Just flat, just a flat performance. I didn't really feel like he brought anything special to it. Maybe you guys would disagree with me, but and some of his line readings were terrible. Again, maybe they didn't give them multiple takes. They gave them was like, here's the direction, go. We're going to do one shot on this particular take. I don't know. I didn't really feel the chemistry between him and Yvonne. So it's like, I don't know. It's just tough. Not a great movie. Not a terrible movie. Just middle of the road, bland. Same for Cage's performance. I feel like you could cast anybody in this role and they would have probably given a better performance, to be honest, and brought a little bit more to it. It's just really flat across the board for him. So 6 for the movie, 5 for Cage.
There was some character growth from Rosie Perez. Her character grew a little bit.
I guess next character did grow 6 inches at one point.
That's true. Nigel, where does It Could Happen to You rate on your Cageometer?
I kind of feel exactly like Vince felt about the movie. It's within like 15 minutes, you know how the entire movie is going to play out, and then you're kind of just stuck staring at the runtime and being horrified that you have to be dragged along through it. It's dull. It's boring. It's not bad. It's very cliche and it's very predictable. And yeah, just everything you said, like the characters are fine, but the story is just whatever. And there's not really any conflict until the third act. And then even then it's just like, it's a divorce drama, which just feels like really serious and kind of like, I don't know, like such a switch from everything else that's been going on. It almost makes it worse, I guess. I didn't like it. I was like, I don't want to watch this guy's bitch wife drag him through a divorce proceeding. It's just like, fuck, we've suffered enough just watching her be an asshole this whole time.
Yeah.
And they just make it way worse. But yeah, so for me, it's like, I will give it a 5 because it's just right there in the middle. I mean, it's feel good, but like I didn't feel that good watching it because I felt like I was stuck having to watch it. But I mean, it's got a happy ending, I guess. If it's like it's a Lifetime or Hallmark movie. We said it already. Yeah. It's just sort of like there. It's sappy and predictable, but you know, everybody's doing all right in it. Not the most riveting review, but I really. You know, I don't want to like rag on it too hard, and I don't want to praise it. So right there, right in the 5, right in the middle. Cage, I liked him in it. I've said it before, but I think he does really good. I really like him in these types of roles where he's just like I don't know if it's drama or romantic or you know, just playing the good guy, the wholesome guy, the kind of quieter roles. So I give him a 7 because I don't want to give any higher because I don't think they're like Vince said, could have been anybody else in it. There wasn't a lot for him to showcase being that much better, but as Charlie Lang, I thought he did a really good job selling that this character was kind and caring and lovable and all those good qualities that they wrote him at with pretty much no faults, just aside from being stuck with his wife for it. But you know, I really enjoyed him as that character. I thought he did a good job selling it, especially in his quieter moments when they go out on the date after he doesn't get on the boat, and he gets to talk to
Yvonne.
Yvonne, yeah, he talks to, it's like, I already forget their names because it's so forgettable. But he's talking to Yvonne about his past and how he wished his life had gone a certain way and it didn't. And, you know, that's like, I think that's his one shining scene where he actually gets to character act a little bit and give you a little bit more than just like, oh, he's a good guy. But yeah, I feel comfortable giving him a 7. I want to praise him for that, but I don't want to give him anything more because there just wasn't enough for him to showcase being beyond that level.
Yeah, that was like the moment that he dropped his guard and like was able to be himself and like actually be honest, and he felt like he could trust Yvonne with that kind of information. But I get the sense that he never said anything like that before out loud, you know. Yeah,
it felt like a realistic way for that guy who is always trying to be the good guy to let his guard down a little bit and voice things he's not happy with and kind of feels maybe like a little bit of a failure about, and just being a guy who constantly gives to everybody else, just having that little moment of humanity of like, you know, why don't I get to be happy? Why do these other people who are in an arranged marriage that probably have 6 kids and they're loving their life, like why do they get that and I don't? So I liked that scene a lot. Humanized him a bit.
Yeah.
Beyond just the goody two shoes guy that he was through most of this. But yeah, it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of a shame that he kind of hit that action blockbuster leading role shortly after this and kind of got away from doing these kind of roles. Not for his career. I mean, that was great for his career, but I think he does really well in these types of.
He had a couple others. Like we're actually about to talk about one, though. I wouldn't say he's an everyman in this next one, but but like City of Angels and stuff like that, he kind of goes back to the well with the romantic leading man role. Yeah,
I guess it's when he doesn't have to be an over the top character in one way or the other. He does really well, and I really appreciate him in those types of roles.
On my Cageometer, I waffled back and forth between like a 5 and a 6. I remember really liking this movie when it came out, but I don't know. It's very like it's a feel good story, and it's a story that like, you know, I feel like more people need to hear nowadays. Of like, you know, you should probably try and be good, a good human being, and not self-centered bitch. And you know, I don't know, but like overall, I just felt it was really middle of the road and kind of flat and boring. So I'm going to go with a 5 on it. I just don't feel like it is really that enjoyable of a film to watch. It's just kind of boring, middling for most of the movie. And then we have this forced melodrama at the end. And of course we know they're going to end up happily ever after. Just like Nigel said, it's like we knew within 5 minutes that what the movie was going to be. And like, then we just had to sit there while it happened to us. And for me, it was like, I don't know. It wasn't a movie that I ended up enjoying more doing the breakdown, which, you know, I've talked about that in the past. Sometimes that ends up happening. I actually kind of liked it less while doing the breakdown. I was just kind of like, God damn, it's just so cliche and so tropey and so like cookie cutter romantic comedy, romantic movie where they're with somebody that's just a complete pile of shit the whole movie, and you feel bad for them because they're so good and so wholesome, and then, you know, they end up getting what they deserve by the end of the movie. Both, you know, like the bad person and the good person get what they deserve by the end of the movie. But it just was like, I feel like Charlie was just a punching bag for the whole movie until we were just done with it. And then that's it, you know? So overall, I don't know, just not a great movie. This was, you know, I kind of end up not liking these movies the most because like a really shitty movie is really fun to make fun of. And like, those are the movies that you'll talk about, like a movie that's really good or a movie that's really bad. But this kind of movie is just kind of like, there's nothing really all that bad or good about it. It's just kind of like, meh.
You can't recommend it really for one reason or the other because
like I would tell people to watch Between Worlds because wow, what a fucking pile of shit that movie is.
There's some entertainment factor in how bad something can be.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not going to tell people to go watch It Could Happen to You. I don't know. Anyways, moving on to Cage. I'm going to kind of split the difference between the two of you and give him a 6. Because I don't know. I don't feel like he was as bad as Vince kind of painted him as, and I don't think he was as good as Nigel painted him as. So I think he's kind of like, he's better than average. I do think, like you said, Nigel, like he does really well in these kind of everyman roles. But again, it's like you could have replaced him with a lot of other people and probably gotten a better performance. But I don't know. I did feel the wholesomeness from him. I think he did a really good job with that. Like he really comes off as a really good guy. There wasn't a whole lot of like chemistry between him and Bridget Fonda, but I feel like we've said that every time he's in a love story. Like,
yeah, it's true.
I've yet to see him in a love story where I really felt like he and the co-star that he was in the love story with really had a spark between them.
It always just feels awkward.
Yeah.
Always feels awkward. And maybe that's just because we've been watching so much Cage stuff, but like, I don't know.
It might just be because I don't know, he's an awkward guy. Like,
he's a very awkward
look at what he's like in his real life relationships and just in real life. And maybe it's just hard for him to nail that aspect of acting because he's not that skilled at it. I don't know.
I do get the sense that he, in his own life, feels and probably is kind of awkward when it comes to romantic and
I feel like he's not romantic like this at all. I'm sure he wears his heart on his sleeve and he's got ways that he connects with people, but it doesn't seem like it's any of this.
Yeah. So. Well, he's been married 5 times at this point, so
something like that. Yeah.
You know, probably not a whole lot of chemistry off camera as well. But yeah, I think a little bit better than a middle tier performance. I feel like a 6 is good for, you know, what we got out of this film. I don't feel like it was great, but I don't feel like it was bad. I feel like it was kind of middle of the road, maybe just a little bit more than average.
Kind of thinking about it now, it's like the best chemistry I think he's had with anybody who's in Mandy. Because they were both just kind of fucking weird.
Yeah.
And it works.
Maybe that's what he needs.
We never really got along with that pig.
He did get along with the pig.
Although, I mean, I guess Family Man kind of bought into their relationship toward the end of.
I guess so. Yeah. Family Man was a little more. Was that Téa Leoni?
Yeah. I kind of put that more on her.
I think that was way more on her. She did a great job at bringing that chemistry. She was like forcing it upon him.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of the same guy
in
that movie. Once he turns wholesome, like once he has that turn. Spoilers for the Family Man, but I don't know.